Hey, what's that? The skitter-skitter of clawed feet on the floorboards, a faint whining, and a hairy snout poking its way around the door. If you have a dog in your life, then you're probably used to them coming to check up on you throughout the day. But you might catch yourself wondering, why does your pooch feel the need to come and look in on you all the time? Do they think they're going to catch you committing some heinous crime? If they don't keep checking in on you all the time, do they think you might suddenly disappear? Do they assume you're so needy and emotionally fragile that you'll go into a mental decline if you go more than 15 minutes without seeing their fuzzy little face? Admittedly, they might not be entirely wrong about that. In this video, we're going to look at 8 reasons why your dog keeps checking up on you all the time. But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our canine loving community for more advice on how to understand your pooch? Reason 1. It may be hard to imagine, especially if you happen to have a pug or a chihuahua, but way back in the far distant past, your doggo used to be a wolf. Or rather, their wild ancestors did. Wolves are pack animals who rely on the members of their family not just for help in hunting, but also for protection from predators. When one member of the pack is threatened, especially if they are sick, injured, or otherwise less able to defend themselves, the other members will step in to fend off the attacker and save their buddy. Your dog may not have to deal with many predators in your home, apart from that dastardly mailman, but they still carry those wild instincts and they see you as a member of their pack. Especially if your dog is a breed bred for their protective instincts, such as a Pyrenean mountain dog or a Rottweiler, or if you or someone in your household are very old, very young, have a physical disability, or are currently pregnant, your dog will feel driven to protect you. Checking in on you during the day is just their way of making sure that you're all right, and of letting you know that they'll be close by to protect you if anything goes wrong. Reason 2. Just as your dog believes that it is their responsibility to protect you, they rely on you to look after them. You might think that your canine companion doesn't have much to fear within the confines of your home, at least so long as that dastardly mailman is kept at bay. But a dog's hearing and sense of smell are a lot more sensitive than a human's. To them, a stranger walking across the street might as well be in your yard. And certain noises that are loud enough to human ears, like 4th of July fireworks or thunder, are almost deafening to your dog. Your fur baby likely knows that you wouldn't let anything happen to them, so checking in on you makes them feel safe and secure. Reason 3. If your dog won't leave you alone for more than 2 minutes and insists on following you around the house, then you might have a Velcro dog on your hands. Velcro dogs are so called because of their habit of sticking to their human friends. They are very clingy, sometimes to an unhealthy degree. Velcro dog syndrome can be caused by an incident in your dog's past that may have caused them significant distress, or by an existing anxiety disorder. But it can also be more likely to occur in certain breeds. Lapdogs like Pekingese, Pomeranians, and Chihuahuas are bred to sit on a human's lap or in their arms for hours at a time, without growing bored or fractious. As such, these dogs are bred to be very attached to their humans, which can make it hard when said humans want to have some time for themselves. Working breeds like Old English sheepdogs, border collies, and Doberman pinschers, meanwhile, are bred to rely on their human masters for instructions, which can make them overly dependent on always having a human present. Reason 4. Your dog hopefully has a lot of toys that they can use to play with by themselves, but that doesn't mean that they don't miss getting to play with you. Dogs are pack animals, and play for them is as much about building social bonds as it is about having fun. Your dog may not understand why you feel the need to sit at your desk and play with that strange light box all day, but they know that it's important to you, and that it means that you won't be available for playtime until you're done. But hope springs eternal, especially in our dogs. Your pooch hopefully knows better than to disturb your work, but they can't resist checking in occasionally, just in case you got finished early and are now ready to go play fetch or tug of war. Reason 5. It is a scientifically proven fact that dogs are the cutest creatures in the whole wide world, and that their fuzzy little faces make everyone's day a little brighter. Don't ask us to cite our studies. Is it any wonder then that when your doggo comes into the room while you're working, you get a little excited? Maybe take a moment to pet them, maybe offer them a treat. Well, just as you can train a dog to sit and roll over on command by rewarding them when they respond the way you want to, you can accidentally train your pup to check in on you regularly throughout the day by rewarding them with treats and pets when they do. Even if you manage to resist the urge to reach for the treats, your doggo will likely pick up on your uptick in mood when they walk into the room and will be encouraged to do it again. They just want you to be happy. Reason 6. Dogs love routines. The world is a confusing place for our puppies. They live alongside giant creatures who they can't fully communicate with, and who they are utterly dependent on to meet all of their most basic needs. And these creatures regularly take them to strange places and involve them in strange activities that they have no way of comprehending. Routines give your doggo some idea of what's going to happen next, and make this confusing human world a tiny bit less unpredictable. Because of this, dogs can become distressed if their routine is interrupted. As a result, your dog may start checking up on you more frequently in the run-up to a mealtime, or the time you usually play with them or go for a walk. They know that it's not mealtime quite yet, but they want to make sure that you haven't forgotten about them. Reason 7. We all have that friend who just has to send us a message whenever they see a cool bird, or a funny meme, or a cute dog. Maybe you are that friend. Well, if you are, then you have something in common with your dog. Our dogs take their responsibilities as members of our pack very seriously, and this includes keeping us abreast of what's going on in the world around us in case of potential threats. Unfortunately, you and your buddy may disagree about what qualifies as important. To your dog, another dog walking down your street, or a car honking its horn as it drives by, or the neighbor's cat going along your garden wall might be the most important thing that happened to them that day. Your dog keeps checking in on you throughout the day because they want to tell you about the interesting things they've heard or smelled today. Reason 8. You love your dog. That's a fact. Your love of dogs is almost certainly why you brought them into your life in the first place, and it's why you spend so much time hanging out with them. Well, it might not be a surprise to learn that your dog loves you too. The most likely reason for why your dog keeps checking in on you is because they simply want to come and see you. They know you're busy right now and can't come to play with them right away, but they can't resist the urge to pop in and out throughout the day just to see your face. As a loving dog parent, can you honestly blame them? By the way, sometimes things that seem completely innocent in our human eyes can end up deeply hurting our dogs. Watch out for these 10 innocent-seeming things that can break your doggo's trust forever.